Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
The Bulls, obviously, they're scouted. Teams know they're going.
We're live at the Harvard Field.
Yeah, they can beat you any number of ways. There's just so much talent on this South Florida roster.
In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. No, actually, we are live from the Temple Sports Complex in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Some discrepancy there.
In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Home of the Owls will take on the South Florida Bulls. So that's Temple Owls versus South Florida Bulls. And the team we're rooting for today's game, this is a gorgeous afternoon game, and we are rooting for is Temple Owls.
Number 10, Bitterwolf, and of course 22, Campbell. Well, USF knows that, and South Florida's done a great job of limiting the dangerous touches of either.
Temple with that low line of pressure. Space for South Florida to bring it up and now connect into the midfield for Lemkos. Come in on that right side. Turning from the middle. Ornberg.
All right.
Good recovery by Temple.
Ornberg tried a back heel again.
And we got no points on the board.
Didn't quite work. And there's a slide by Kelly.
Kelly knocks it out of play on the near side over by midfield. It'll be a Temple.
You know, like most defenders, she's not going to go down on the ground and slide like that unless she's positive she could get a piece of the ball, and that's exactly what happened.
So the next game, later on, after this, in the evening, and scores! We on the board!
Laid off by Campbell, and Madison Abby Allen, the freshman, gets the first goal of her career.
Well, I'll tell you what, Campbell 22 was the one that made this play and kept the ball in, and that was a tremendous shot. Watch this, 22, we didn't see before that, but she had to win a ball there, and I'll tell you what, Abby Allen, on a very tough angle, too, goes to the far post.
Yeah, great piece of work. Freshman out of West Hempstead, another one of those freshman starters. You know, it's not just the 10 freshmen and the 2 transfers on the roster. It's that they're coming in, they're starting, they're contributing, and they're going to be expected to score. And it's another freshman goal for Temple.
Kevin, before we saw that replay, Campbell had actually won a ball, kept it, and then made the excellent pass. So,
yeah, great job there by Temple, and now South Florida right back to work inside.
And scores for South Florida Bulls.
Fatai gets free and beats View one-on-one, and South Florida goes back up by 3. It's a 4-1 game.
Wow.
Well, didn't we say she got her first one last game? And again, a tremendous pass by Ornberg. And I think View would like to have that one back.
Fatai gets her second goal of the season, as Mark noted, second in as many games. And good to get her rounding into form.
Temple, number 18, Tegan Harkins.
Get some subs on both sides after the goal here. The 2 goals traded back and forth. There's Elise Thornton, a junior out of Odessa, Florida, coming in for USF. Tegan Harkins has entered for Temple, freshman out of nearby Glenmore, Pennsylvania. Big ball up over the top. Ornberg held her run, stayed on side. It's the cross off to the top of the 18. Sider Eckenberg has to go back and get it. This is where she scored from earlier. A lot of possession here. Fatai taking it inside. And Temple finally able to get on the end of one, and Atkins pokes it back toward midfield.
Well, again, you saw the Fatai with the way she was just breaking down defenders and having Temple have to have a couple people on her was just leaving people open. That's what she does.
To the game for USF, number 7.
The greatest skill you can have in this game, Kevin, is the ability to break down a defender
Number
one-on-one.
17, Mia Rhoda.
Well, chipped forward. Again, looking for Ornberg out of the air. Better coverage this time by Temple. They get the clear back out to midfield. Mia Rhoda, the freshman out of Frankfurt, Germany, also in for South Florida. Around to the near side. Here's Thornton. Thornton, good angle on this run, taking it toward the center. She'll lay it back for Sather. And Rodak just lost it at her feet, trying to get back on top of it. Will win the throw-in for South Florida.
Abby Alno, pretty nice defending by Temple. She was in a one-on-one position.
Good win by Fatai through a couple of Temple defenders, got the cross off. Second chance here from outside the 18 and a tough first touch for Sather. Cleared back toward midfield. Bitterwolf trying to get some possession here for the Owls. Look at the last time South Florida had 4 in the first half. Go back 2 seasons ago against Florida College. Ended up totaling 9 in that first half and 13 in the game. I don't think it's going to come that easy for the Bulls today against Temple, but the offense has been clicking. Here's another left-footed shot that goes begging just high over the crossbar. Another good look from about 20 yards out. Sider Eckenberg.
And this is a very tough ball to strike because of the way it's bouncing like that, and they keep it low, but just over the post.
Not far off from her second of the day.
I'm telling you, I think the 3-goal effort against Stetson really gave this team some confidence.
Yeah, you look at a team that had only scored 7 goals in 7 games. They had only scored 4 in their first 6. And again, against some quality top 25 opponents. But now, you look at 7 goals in these last 2. 3 against Stetson, 4 in the first half against Temple. And we still have 17 minutes left in half number 1.
By the way, Ornberg, number 11, her ability to play with her back to the goal, shield the ball, and keep possession has been a key for South Florida having so much possession here.
Yeah, everything that you want in a center forward there. Ornberg has delivered a 3-point half, getting her 3rd goal of the season and then her 2nd assist. Ball high, floated in, View gets a piece of it. Temple, a bit of a missed chance on that first clear, gets to it on the 2nd ball. South Florida trying to keep it pinned in.
That was an excellent play by View because she had Ornberg right there. You know what she can do in the air.
Another good cross to the top of the 6, and a tough first touch by Saker goes up over the crossbar and is going to concede a corner kick for South Florida. It will be the 2nd of the game for the Bulls.
Even though you don't want to give a corner kick for Saker, it's better that happened than if that ball went toward the middle of the field and someone could maybe intercept it and walk on goal. So
delay to go find a ball and put it back into play. So clock will stop before this corner attempt. 15:53 to go in the first half. South Florida scored the first 3 goals. Temple jumped on the board to make it 3-1 briefly before South Florida answers back with goal number 4. High scoring first half, and Bulls not able to do anything with that service from Fatai. Was trying to work it up the left side.
great job by Brooke Fabry, 30, defending that time. What I like about the defenders here, they don't take a lot of chances, but when they come up, they're sure about getting the ball.
Good stop there in the defensive midfield for Temple. It's Harris. Connects with Harkins up on the right side. Bitterwolf.
It's been some of the best movement
We
seen so
are
far from Temple.
in the
Nice
American
job,
Conference, AC.
Abby Allen out on the far side, who was able to score a really nice first goal for the Owls. Connects forward with Atkins. With extended possession here for Temple. Harris lays it back. Harkins picks it up over on the right side. Left-footed shot, 2 bounces, and a pretty pedestrian save there for Rourke. The Owls with good build-up, Mark, able to hang on, get some extended possession, and give themselves a shot on goal opportunity.
There's no question, and maybe that can give them some confidence. There was some really nice crisp passing there. And South Florida was putting on some pressure too, so some pretty good poise from Temple on that last time. I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with Thornton off the bench, the way she's been able to carry the ball, number 8.
Yeah, some good depth on this South Florida roster, and it is paid off to the tune of 4 first-half goals. This ball will roll out across the end line, and a goal kick coming. You look at the scoring summary. South Florida strikes 3 times early. Temple answers from Madison Abbey Allen to get on the board, and then the immediate response by South Florida to get goal number 4 from Fatai. And that was a really important one, Mark. You could feel a little bit of the momentum perhaps start to swing back toward Temple. You get that goal, you cut it to 2. South Florida, the very next possession to answer. That was really well done to stake themselves once again to a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, you're right. Temple's feeling good about itself, getting that goal. Beautiful goal.
And 9, these kids didn't get 6.
I'll tell you, Kevin, when you can bring the ball out from the back the way this team does, and notice how few turnovers there have been from the back line. I mean, you can just do a lot offensively too.
South Florida able to flex a little bit of that depth here, especially with the first half lead. Caroline Pelkowski, freshman, and Linnea Nestor, a junior, have both entered for USF. We tick under 13 minutes to go here in half number 1.
And the other thing, Bitterwolf has had so few touches, and again, that's a credit to this Florida defense. They know number 10 can really do a lot to set up her teammates. There was a nice little back pass by her.
South Florida out shooting Temple 11-4 in the first half. 7 of those 11 on goal, and 4 of them have found the back of the net. Another chance for Sider-Eckenberg. Shot blocked outside the 18.
We on American on ESPN Plus. New app.
Crank it up and shoot it even from distance.
No, definitely after that first one, they have kept a tighter rein on her from about that 20 to 25 yard spot on the pitch. Here's another ball threaded through, broken up at the edge of the 18. Good job by Holker to get to it.
And that last time, Saker did a great job breaking it up from Sider-Eckenberg.
South Florida still keeping the pressure on. Fatai with a spin, far corner of the 18. Owls trying to get out of harm's way here. An extended possession for South Florida. Pelkowski coming in from off the bench, angles the pass out to the far side, gets it back. Pelkowski with a good touch. Top of the 18. Lemke trying to find some space. Left-footed shot in view, sweeps it away. It'll be a corner kick coming for USF.
Well, Lemke did a great job. This is what all top offensive players do. She bought herself some time with that step up. There it is, right there. That's an excellent move. And then got enough room to make the shot. And then the save by View.
right, Cider Eckenberg to take the corner kick here for South Florida from the near side. Third of the half. View gets the first touch on this one. Has got to get repositioned for the second ball and helped out. Good job by Temple to get out of harm's way. That's Harkins now calling for it on the right side. Harkins threading one through up ahead. Matisik in a foot race. Good 1v1 battle down into the near side corner and a great recovery. That's Fabry to get back on top of it for USF.
Yeah, textbook defense did not allow her to turn the corner that time.
Ball out across the end line here. It'll be a goal kick coming for Gabby Rourke.
One thing about Temple, especially after 2-0, I think the Owls have had some pretty good moments trying to attack here. I think with a young team like this, you just try to build on those moments.
Final 10 minutes here of half number one. South Florida by 3 in the early going here in Philadelphia. Mark, we've talked about the freshmen and the immediate impact that they have had to make. You have 6 in the starting lineup today. Temple's goal scored by freshman Madison Abby Owen, and now this season, this is a team that only scored 10 goals all of last year. We're here in the conference opener, they've scored 9, and no surprise that more than half of that total has been put in by this freshman class.
Yeah, and by the way, 3 sophomores also started today, so this is a really young team. I mean, Coach Shaw was talking about how he lost like a dozen players from last year, and that's a lot to fill. I still think, Kevin, first of all, they've matched their win total from last year already. I think this is a better team than we saw last year, and I think it's going to keep improving.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that. And yeah, when you have this level of percentage of underclassmen in your starting lineup, getting these minutes, even when there's some tough results like they've had here in the first half, you learn from it. And here's a quick transition by South Florida. Lemke inside the 18. Good recovery by Ofri Saker, one of those freshmen, to get back on top of that ball. That looked like it could have been a 1v1 opportunity for Lemke as that ball started.
Well, not only that, but she had some room. Look, she cuts her angle there. That's a great defensive play. Even though they got the corner on that, that's a tremendous job by Saker.
Saker, one of 3 players, Maddie Ward and Riley Wilpolt, the others, that have played all 90 minutes in every game for Temple. That trio, 2 freshmen and a sophomore, that have logged those minutes for the Owls. Here comes a corner by Cider Eckenberg, and another one that was put in a little bit long. That's been a recurring issue. High cross just outside the 18. Temple heads it out to midfield. Kelly taking her time, goes out to the left side. Skylar Alonso, who's come in off the bench, a true freshman for South Florida. Matched up with Harkins over on the near side. She'll turn and play it back for Kelly. Up through the middle now for Pelkovsky. Alonso, high cross over to the far side.
Well, one thing, you could tell that South Florida at practice does a lot of job working on touch, because these players are not letting that ball go very far from them. They're able to keep it near their body, keep possession. And a lot of these players just have to be impressed by the great touch. Is View coming out there to make the play?
Yeah, loose ball right outside the edge of the 6-yard box, and Alonso had a chance to run on and get to that one. It's ended up being more dangerous than it looked. Tough first touch by Holker there that nearly cost the Owls.
Well, what really made the play there for View, she was so decisive in that she made her decision right away and got there in time.
Under 6 to go in the first half. Temple clawed back to 3-1, trying to get one more here before the break. Make it a 2-goal deficit heading into halftime.
See, this defense has continually not allowed Temple to go down the flanks. Turn the corner there.
Ariana Gronauer into the game for the Owls. Redshirt redshirt senior transfer out of Pacific who scored a pair of goals this season. And chance for Matisik trying to get to it the first time on the volley, settled and then pulls the shot wide right.
That was a tough play, but Matisik did the right thing. She wanted to go on goal on the volley while there was some open shot. She had the presence of mind when she didn't hit that ball well to get the rebound there.
Malia Maldonado coming into the game for South Florida.
By the way, I like Matisik. I think 30 has shown some attacking instincts.
Number 6 from South Florida.
Matisik, another true freshman starter, nearby Medford, New Jersey, played at Shawnee High School, has one goal to her credit so far this season.
Played on a state championship team, Kevin, that was undefeated a year ago. Maybe one of the better teams in South Jersey history.
An important piece of the puzzle, one of those 10 freshmen coming in for Chris Shaw. Here's another ball threaded through toward the end line. They'll lay it back out for Alonso. Alonso takes a touch to her left-footed cross out in front, and an opportunity there. View able to hang on to it with some pressure bearing down on her from Maldonado.
Well, what I like about View, she's been very decisive when she's gotten off her line, and that time again made the play, but
get another look here over on the left side.
Alonso making a really, really nice play inside of there, and View just getting it. She's been a very busy keeper here in the first half.
Yeah, 4 saves and has had to contend with a bunch of other crosses and pressure coming in on corners. They've asked her to do a whole lot. Maldonado lays the pass to the outside. Back inside the box, intended for Thornton, broken up. This is Gronauer. Harkins, the good touch, has some space in front of her, trying to cut back to the left and avoid some pressure. And South Florida, so tough to move the ball against them out of the back. Some space up the right side, looking for a big cross. Broken up on the back line by Reitmeyer.
And passed it right there to Pelkowski.
Ball back inside the Temple 18, scooped up off the turf by View. 2.5 minutes left here in half number 1. We had a flurry of scoring there midway through the half that has settled down.
Yeah, but you know what? With a lot of reserves in the game, USF has not let up on the pressure.
A good find, Abby Owen to connect with Gronauer up the left side. Here's Matisik again. He's been heavily involved today. Again, good movement, good job to flip the field by the Owls. Harris, high, right-footed cross into the box. Bitterwolf couldn't get to it, and Thornton able to clear it out.
Yeah, that's a thing where Bitterwolf, I think as she gets more experience and gets a little bit stronger, won't be able to get pushed off the ball as much.
I'm catching up too.
Yeah, 2 goals and 2 assists for Bitterwolf in the non-conference season. I mentioned those 2 goals coming on PKs, but she has been one of those players that's just involved and around the ball so much for Temple. She's been a big piece of the puzzle.
You get there.
Talk about her vision. That's the most impressive thing.
Yeah, they classmates.
Her head's always up when she's dribbling, always looking for her teammates. There you see her numbers. I think Temple would like to see that 16 shot stat.
And we're under 2 minutes to go in the first half.
She can rip it.
Before we go to intermission to halftime.
Final minute now of half.
We're under a minute to go in the first half. Before we go to intermission to halftime.
They're just able to be so patient in their possession. You know, with this lead, they can pick their moments. Kelly bringing it up. Pelkowski through the middle. Maldonado trying to make the turn, gets to the edge of the 18, And a good job by Abby Allen to get back on top of it and clear it out for Temple. Throw-in coming for South Florida.
Has Kelly made one bad decision yet? I'm still waiting.
No, and they've given the outside backs and the center backs a lot of latitude to come up. With that low line of pressure for Temple, they've been able to take some spots, and View comes over and looked like may have gotten...
I hope she's okay.
She may have gotten bumped on the way over to that ball, so they will stop the clock with 3 seconds left in the half. So not exactly the way that Temple wanted to go into the
How
break.
this happened?
Another look.
She looked like she got hit on that side there, and it was an inadvertent.
Yeah, may have just had
Sounded
to put a couple seconds back out on the clock. That was Linnea Nestor. Just a little inadvertent contact, and hopefully for Temple, View able to recover during the half as we will go to the break. South Florida, a dominant offensive showing, 4 goals in the first 45 minutes for the Bulls, and in the conference opener, they've got a 3-goal lead at the break.
See you in the second half very soon. And yeah.